As usual, this will be your time. Ningen came to wake me up to start the day. She opened the door, and Ren walked in. Closer to the wind. Nico was surprised by the handsome owner. From the nun's point of view, the owner is a handsome male god. I have to say that now it proves you. I looked across the street. Make sure it's just you. I couldn't help but kiss one. It probably won't be discovered. Miss Mina came up from the ground and asked, "What are you doing?" Nico was threatened with a hasty response. No, nothing. Jack's fake sister. Why did you leave without a sound? The lady replied rubbish. I'm a cat warrior. Two people arguing to wake up the storm. You ask. What's the matter? Replied Ningam, not yet confused. I'm here to bring you breakfast. It's just breakfast. Thank you very much for your hard work. Nipple around pantyhose Lady Mina reports. Something of your training camp is over. The excitement is good. I heard the good news early in the morning. Mina, you are my rock. Mina woke up and urged quickly. They're all waiting for you. I was so upset that my stomach was so bad. I didn't know you were protecting her. Save the clothes and talk about it. I come back for lunch. Want to eat sweet and sour fried ribs. That's what I've always liked about Nico. Then the light answered. Yes, it's now a military training school in the Atlantic. The crowd of people is gathering. There's really free food. Definitely have, the owner said to keep his word. Young master, these people are strictly selected. At your request. Very good praise. I told you, the future warriors. Last time, the selection of people was not approved. It's because people haven't had enough. They have not been trained either. So I'm going to give people free food. Everyone just needs to follow the Taurus night trainer. A month later, there will be a second selection. If that's the case, it's not just free food. Moreover, the large coral reefs are all tax-free. The crowd was amazed. I didn't hear it again. Free from taxes for life. In fact, they are tax-free for life. Ra-zone, Ra-zone. Long live my lord. Long live the master. Master, get started, right? Let's get started. The order can be started. The Taurus knight obeyed his orders and walked to the snow whistle. They're everyone's teachers. In charge of the training team for everyone. Now I'm going to split up ahead of you. And the Taurus to Taurus people are finished. I feel like the situation is a little better. He gave the order to start training. New recruits walk up to the fire ladder and are set on fire, threaten to run out of smoke. Another guy tried to climb the rope, but Leo was too knee-jerk to surrender. The boys climbed the wall and the one above took the head, the one below as a footrest. If you think so, encourage. Horse riding. Watch out for difficult tasks. New bull can't contain the inhibition. And he threw himself up for me. The insects today didn't complete their training. Do not feed rice. It sounds like it's working. Mina, lady puffy mouth laughing. They trained with Ellie before. It's just as interesting. I don't know how they are now. Then her eyes looked far away. Now in another space. In the deep green forest, the ice cave is now lit by fire. Mina's younger brother is yoke-nagging boy. It's been 7 days, but Mina is not back yet. She's bound to fall into human hands. Think about how to go. Ellie couldn't help but think about it. How to think now. The fool is not careful. Maybe it means we fall into the hands of humans. The most urgent task now is to go south. Find more food. Otherwise, people will starve to death. Ellie looked anxiously at the children. Whoever is lying there is so hungry. There's a baby squinting. Stiff-necked yoke boy. I have to go with you to the south. I can't leave you alone. The whole group of juniors danced in unison. Ellie was silent for a moment. Before I could say anything, the girls screamed. We're going to kill those people. Take her back to Roz. I was excited when Ellie shouted at me. Come back now. Ellie suddenly turned Ha-dong lion roared towards the children. Get back here, these kids. She jumps up and glides towards them. Just aim for the head of the frog. As fast as the doctors who stood in front of the cave. Monumental performance. It ends with a fall. You guys feel that way. The chicken still likes to show off. Ellie immediately stood up so as not to lose face. Back to teaching the kids. You don't have the brains to save. Where are we going to save you? Do you know where Mina is? The girls asked. So let Sao Ellie reveal. Go to the exploration city to see Sao. I think Mina's stomach is stupid. You're a ghost. Be patient for me. The frog came to the city as planned. You don't stop thinking in your heart. Sister 2 is also very obviously already have the props ready to penetrate. He said, don't save me. Saw the strange sight of the frog wondering. Why did you tear down the house? Hungry and the frog smells the food. What smells so good? It's as imagined. Frog spotted out now. A big hot pot is smoking. A little frog uttered. It smells so good. Your belly boils against the sound of the hot pot. Girl cooking manager sees so speak up. You're hungry? Come and eat. After eating, come to work. You can even get a surprise in the evening. You can also get a vein. Think about the relatives. I have to go hungry at home. You responded enthusiastically. I'd like to report the morning dream. People are just getting to work. The frog was rumbling, and we've done one thing after another. That makes AI also have eyes and mouth, though, until the afternoon meal is over. In your hand to pack food, thinking silently, great, there's food. Suddenly, your face is turning. The breath is tightening in the chest. Open your eyes like nothing. The fallen object, Ra, lies unconscious. He opened his eyes and woke up screaming. The frog found himself in a strange house. In addition, your horns have been exposed. The frog screamed with pity. The danger was revealed, and the voice cracked. Are you awake? She's the chef at the construction site. She kindly asked the frog, do you have to eat too little to not be hungry? The frog fainted suddenly. The cheeks rolled and the expression was hard to understand. Scream out what you want to do. She said, I'm Len Kier. Don't come over here. I am a beast. If you make me angry, I'll talk and give you a sign. The type of treatment is left there. Flirting with butter at the frog's gesture. Suddenly she laughed. The animals are as interesting as you are. Interesting Sao. She is not afraid of animals, Sao. Len innocently replied. Not afraid. Besides Master Liu Feng, there is also a cat. Looking at it is not scary. The frog was surprised to hear that. Animal ear cat. Maybe it's Mrs. B. The frog jumped down. He asked her eagerly what she looked like. Long purple-black hair with round eyes like a small fruit. Very beautiful. At this point, you are the real father. Be sure to report now. The frog suddenly realized something. The boy uttered a "A." I touched her hand. She doesn't seem afraid of me. Don't think many frogs quickly grab the luggage. Hurry up and run straight to the headquarters. He also carried a large peach on his head. Liner could not help but be stunned about the strange boy. You can jump out the window. Why do I have to hit the wall? At the animal business headquarters right now. Ellie was so angry. What are you pretending to be human to do? Why didn't you show your buffalo horns? Go out and say you're a beast. Let the humans take it away. The suffering frog replied to you. You too have found your father. Ellie heard that. Mina paused. Where are you? The frog replied to you too. You go down first. It seems like Ellie's interrogation was military style. Then you asked me. The frog lies like a lifeless corpse. The Atlantic City, Busister, was captured by the Atlantic. Ellie engraved in her heart. He became the owner of the Atlantic City. It's already night in the Atlantic at this time. The Ellie sisters and frogs soon arrived. Ellie in the heart of the stupid Mina aesthetic. Let us come to save you. Animal detachment in the forest of observation. There are soldiers watching. Ellie signs. Proceed according to the plan. The frog responded to the order. The big bear. To approach a guy who's dealing with his sadness. This guy just realized he'd been eaten and passed out. Even the Frog Brothers. Process one by one. The bear uses meat to crush people. Come for the soldiers. A fen face. Ellie is pleased with the boys. But look at the frog as a fake. It's done now. You need to train more. I told you, my sister, hurry up and become the boss. We're going to save Mina. The frog thinks the belly is clearly pleased. And the heart of Africa. I'm reading a story in my room right now. Haha, this series is so funny. I just put a piece of chocolate in my mouth. I can't put it in my mouth yet. The Ellie sisters crashed through my door. Ellie wears a dress that flies over the top of the queue. Makes the guy ecstatic. The turkey took 5 seconds. Landing on the 2 determined spiritual sisters. Hand holding weapon screaming loudly. Give me back Ba. You look like 2 people. Save the wind. Whoso 2 yoke realize immediately turn back, rush 2. Human beings pay you Ba here. They panicked because the opponent was too fast. I don't know what to do. The sword comes. The woman's eyes were on fire. A sound of millet thwarted the yoke's attack. That's Miss Mina. The 2 sisters realized that they were amazing. Eily exclaimed, Mina Frog, let down ROI Sister Ba. I think I found you. I just think it's coming out right now. Mina is your sister. Humanity is devoured, but did not let go of her anger and looked at the wind. I have to kill you. Mina's voice cut across. You 2 misunderstand and say and bluff. Mina explained you're here to heal. The wind has not yet returned to the soul. It's a little bit of a killer SAO. Ellie does not understand the question of healing is SAO. She walked over and hugged her sister Mina. Ask me if I was injured. Does it hurt? Ellie cry. Mina was also moved not to say a word, rubbing her sister's head. Mina assured me it has helped a lot. She explained to me that she told me not to pay attention to you. Just take the frogs south. Ellie replied that people didn't care. They're all idiots who want to save you. Said and answered my brother's postcard pan. Save the bright eye as follows. I looked from top to bottom at Ellie's ears. This tale is the arrogant Ellie. She is no less beautiful than you. It would be great if you were Mina's friend. So who was sitting there? Ellie asked with her eyes wide open. These damn people didn't hurt you. Mina replied no. And he doesn't have that kind of talent. Ellie pulls her hand, so let's go. She looked into her sister's eyes. Tell me what you've been waiting for. Everyone is waiting for you to come south. Mina looked straight at the wind. They are worried as if they understand something. I saw Mina turn away. Walk with the sisters. I hurriedly called out to you. Wait a minute. You guys stop, Ellie asks with her eyes open. What do you want to explain? Mina's health has not fully recovered. Just stay a few more days. Mina replied that my health did not need to worry. Save the feverish rush to the cockroaches. Moreover, the nobles in the kingdom were all hunting beasts. Even in the south, it is not safe. That's what it's about. Mina's eyes glistening at you. I remember the time since I met you. Taken care of by you. The moments of fun with you are short. But how many memories? Mina hesitantly turned to ask Ellie. I decided to go. Ellie didn't know what she meant. Liu Fang's words seemed to have worked. Suddenly, Chen stepped into the conversation between them. Is the sound of the tadpole boiling? 3 people turn around. There's a sound. It's a squeaking. The boy must be hungry. I quickly thought of an initiative. Just for a moment, she showed it to the animal sisters. Egg rice. Tomatoes invited them into the dining room. He told everyone not to eat. The children's eyes lit up and fried their own plate of rice. Ellie is careful. She looked closely at the rice. Then I decided to eat a piece. Suddenly, a light flashed in the cat's mind. Ellie is lost in the garden, the paradise of eggs and tomatoes. Ellie happily lies on a pile of tomatoes, next to my egg friend. In the blink of an eye, she poured all the rice without missing a single grain. I've never eaten anything like that, Ellie exclaimed. It's awesome. It's scary. You can make delicious food like that. But Ellie gets 1 and the boys get 10. What are you doing? You guys are licking for 2 guys. Put a box of rice on your head. It's like the whole world is shrinking now. With just a rice crate. Late at night in the Atlantic City, Mina mused, looking up at the sky full of wonder. Come out and say, I've been looking for you for a long time. Run here alone. Don't worry about harming your friends. Mina replied, Yes, I dare. He scratched his head, not daring. The 2 of them understood each other in silence for a moment. I have to go to the south later. Mina replied in every way. It's not the fire of the ice goddess that's coming. There's no food. Why do we live like the south? In between, it's a few blocks away. What's the situation over there? You know what? If you are in danger, why? Or stay in the Atlantic City. Mina asked for a moment. What do we stay for? I can't feed you every day. Save the wind. Seems to be motivated and won the pursuit. You said people can work. If you work, there will be food. Mina wonder in common with humans. Sao Feng replied, Of course, There must be special talent. You can do something else. Mina asked innocently, "Why are you so good?" "Of course, because I didn't miss you. I know you don't trust humans. Worry we're fooling you. It's like we were together for a while. I'm sure you know who I am. Can you come back and stay?" The eyes of two people looked directly at each other. Mina turned away embarrassed. She walked silently without saying anything. But in the heart of the question is still not Sao. "They are now back in the bedroom," Ellie exclaimed. "Very nice clothes. This is better than Noble's stuff." Ellie wears a happy-colored pajamas. Mina replied that she was lucky. There are only a few of these suits in the city. Ellie suddenly understood what she meant when she built up her chest. Then she looked back at her sister's huge breasts. Ellie is like a wild cat jumping. Close your chest full of da kier. You have to destroy these two circles. Humiliation. Ha ha ha. Ellie, stop messing around. Ha ha ha. Stop messing around. The wind is over here. I can hear the blood spitting from my nose. I thought they had to leave tomorrow. The two sisters' room is quiet now. Mina called Ellie. "You have to go to the south." Then Ellie asked her how she was. "You don't want to go, do you?" She groped and asked, "Or do you like people there?" "The more you lose your temper." "How could that be?" Mina was used by her sister to say nothing. She went and said, "I'm just worried we don't understand the South." "If you go, you'll not live?" Ellie asked. "The guy said that, believe me." Mina replied, "Of course." She didn't believe everything he said. "It's not unreasonable. You come to talk. We don't understand the South. The road doesn't know what's in danger. But here, even in danger, you can control it." Andy seemed to understand what his sister meant. The next morning, in the owner's office, the boys exclaimed in amazement, "Your clothes are as beautiful as a princess." Ellie appeared splendidly in royal attire. "I am jealous of you," she said. "Why do you have something new?" "We don't have," Ellie arrogantly replied, "in this game." "Want to wear it?" The girls gave up their hands and did not dare to ask any more. Mina suddenly saw the wind come out looking like a moving corpse. "My heart is now broken. I'm sorry to hear that they have to go." "Let's go. I'll get you out of town." When you come out, there is a loud call. "Save the young master." It was the beasts. They came to Ellie and spoke. "What's the job you're going to give us?" "I see something wrong right now." It seems like a gradual realization of something. Finally, like someone who wakes up, your eyes light up. The spirit returned as the living uttered, "Everyone has agreed to stay." Mina replied temporarily. The whole team is threatening. If you let us know you're fooling us, you know. Laughing fat saving hands, haha. Don't worry, it's getting dark. Take a shower and relax. You two sound like ducks. You can't sleep. Ellie asked what the humans were singing. Mina said she didn't know. There must be something wrong with her mind. Ellie seemed to think again. I'm sorry. He's dancing in the bathroom like a monkey. Keep the animal ears. They're having dinner right now. Ellie still has a habit of nodding her huge boobs. Mina Lu Fong has been sitting watching and forgetting to eat. Mina moaned ha-ha. Nico's hands are falling for you right now. You are so handsome. The wind suddenly thought of something. I look at the clock and pretend to sleep. Too sleepy, Nikon wonder. Normally, you sleep at 12 o'clock at night. Why is it today? I'm sure this time is exhausting. He said, get your ass up. I want to rest. I didn't even forget to look back. So if there's anything waiting for tomorrow, let's talk. The nun replied, I will delegate. Don't let anyone bother you. All the sisters right now. Only Mina can feel it. He's weird tonight. Close the door and lock it carefully. Save the room, tell yourself. It's time to go back and buy some stuff. The clothes that the soldiers brought back last time also had to be replenished. Save the wind to launch the trans-Vietnamese system. Explain the meaning of this system. How to call the Vietnamese. Time and space. It's changing the time axis. Maybe once a day. Physical performance will be optimized when achieving full position. The power is slowly getting stronger. Kai can have the ability to sense the danger. Just for a moment, the wind has been transported to another dimension. You dropped the pop. Blink. Went back to the bedroom of civilization. Save the wind moaning. Too many times and still not used to it. Fortunately, there is no AI or Mina will laugh at me. Save the wind stumbled over the trap. The room without Nin Kun was completely chaotic. You access the computer again. You have to do the same thing first. We have to let the pirates die. Know what is. Defeat Majesty. 500 same name Iron 500 school bow. Save the wind satisfied. You're not in the right place. I have to film heterosexual war. Money is no problem. The director said it had to feel real. So it has to be real. It must be a big movie. Don't worry, we will increase the CA. If it is well written, it is good. I love the actor, Angie Honey. It doesn't matter if it's done well. An actor's signature or something, it's a pleasure. Feeling with your wisdom. Being the owner of something is a waste. Go to the door and go out. I almost forgot to change my clothes in time. I have to go to the supermarket to buy some everyday stuff. Toilet paper soap. You guys see a mountain of stuff. Not out of wonder. You see people buy so much. Just walking to the supermarket. It feels like a superintendent. Save Feng said to himself, I also want to be humble, but power does not allow. Brush take but pieces of shampoo to barrels. Yes, and the paper towels took all the gear. The mountain wind pouring on the checkout counter. Make the employee stand up. Take 5 seconds and look at me shyly. This girl exclaimed that he was Mr. Liu. Some people are afraid to say, it's me. She looked around and whispered, your novel is now in the air. I'm always watching. You said it. Tell me. It stopped taking a few months. I guarantee I won't tell anyone else. Save the secret to reply. I've been a little busy lately. She doesn't seem to give up. I heard your neighbor say a few days ago. Long time no see you out. I know you must be at home writing manuscripts. Get ready to roll. Liu Feng laughed. But you also found out, I thought. Look, it's time to clean up. Now in the world of the Atlantic City. Mina walked softly to the front of the master's room. I think the stomach still feels. There's something wrong with him tonight. She was about to open the door when she realized something strange. The door is locked. In my room. Where to choose to pierce? He's moving. The boxes were sealed outside. And internal space. Space is a secret space. Only save the wind seen and used. Internal space can appear in the heterosexual world in the whole planet. It's a huge space. Fixed morphology, not bound between time and space. Stuff put in there. When you take it out, it stays the same shape as when you put it in. They usually use their hands only when needed. It's superpower, to save the drama after being electrocuted. Wind likes the current in the hand, concealing or moving objects. It can be freely controlled. Electricity is not seen by others. The night falls. The sky outside the stars is shining. Patiently, everything. It's all quiet and dark. After the boxes are moved, he's carrying something in a paper bag. About wholesale, holding on to the wind and thinking. It's done. I hope the hungry will like it. It's strangely quiet. You can't even feel your breath. Mina stood outside the room. Fong is thinking. She walked back and knocked on the door without an answer. He must have been hiding something. Maybe he's not inside. Mina is speculating. See why there's no movement. From the wind room. Mina still seems to have some questions about the wind. The only one in this world. I don't know about the Snow Queen and the Fire Fury. Once every 5 years, you have the courage to stay in the Atlantic when you've been warned about hackers. About the play, it was created by the Baron who cut the silk and the trap when you give up the city. She seems to have run out of patience. She wanted to catch the Tang once. See out can only Mina secretly calculate. He has just returned to the world of art. Choose a place not in the room. Of course, it's safe, even if I can't fix it. 2 doors collapsed at the feet of the maid Mina. She looked around. I can't see the wind. It was hard to understand. Mina spoke up. It's weird. Where's that guy? Suddenly, from under Mina's feet came a faint cry. Stand up and kill me. The door just crashed them into the exile. He's squatting underneath his amniotic fluid. Mina jumped down in a panic and stood up. A moment later, Amham. I knocked on the door so long I thought you were murdered. Mina just chewed the cake. He just explained to me. Those must be the cakes that the maestro brought back. So you kicked the door because you were worried about me. Sei Feng asked again. Was asked by the exile unexpectedly. Mina stopped chewing the cake and replied. No, it's not. I'd like to thank you for giving everyone a job. Mina said one thing and looked at another. Dare not look directly at the wind. The opportunity to tease. The way you thank them is special. He pointed at the door. Mina just kicked Cho collapsed in front of her. He laughed again. So how are you going to thank me? Ask the cat tie girl to return the body. Liu Feng's sudden question. That makes Mina choking. Take the whole cake out. Mina felt so inert that she coughed. Some people feel guilty. Give water to the girl. Just kidding, I said. Drink some water. Give water to Mina. Mina, not noticing, reached into the glass of water. Cause the water in the cup to flow out. Wet all the chest. The water flowed on the mounds 10 blocks later. Thin layer. It made me and Mina a little nervous. His face is red. Paper towels here. Go looking for paper towels. Mina stopped me. And then the 2 VAs crashed into each other. Mina fell on the exile. The wind was also crushed by one side of Mina's peach fairy. He fell on his back. Nose blood spurts out again. Stagnant with no grip. So it's a windbreaker with messy socks. Right on Mina's tail. Mina stood still, and the wind suddenly recognized his hand. Just caught something you shouldn't have. An embarrassing moment that happened. This time it's freezing, both of you. Silence and hubris. Suddenly, A pop is Mina. Mina uses her own tail. And a case in the wind. He hugged his cheek and almost kissed the scumbag. Mina got angry and left out. Near the door, she suddenly came back. You can't talk about the tail. I said. Mina turned straight. I stood there watching, thinking. In the animal world, it seems to say, the tail is the most sensitive part of the cat. So I just teased her. He asked himself questions after accidentally angering Mina. Make the girl leave. That's the lousy owner. The sun was setting behind the cliff. The sunset that's left in the sky. A fiery red color. The birds take off and fly back to the nest after a busy day of eating. The sound of horses' hooves from afar. Stopped on the grass far away from the castle. He said this is the place. And then they left. They're wearing hooded jackets, armored legs and weapons on the side. Who are they? No one knows what it means to go to the Atlantic. But right now, inside the castle, happy married people talk. Free food from the city. Cover the owner. Everyone is happy because there's free food to eat every day. The people of the Atlantic have no harvest this season. The poverty, they have to worry about every meal. Since the new owner, to be given free food, they had the same joy as today. People are excited about 8 things together. Appreciate the new owner. I got 2 pounds of food today. This amount is really full. Every time, of course, we're a food handler. There is only excess, not lack. You two just walked and talked. Suddenly, from a distance, the figure of a horse approaching. They're so late. Let's go quickly. They both told each other to leave. The crows are sleeping. Wake up to the sound of the horse's hooves. They're flying around in the night sky. It makes the scene even more murky. The equestrian wearing a hooded black cloak, standing in front of 2 people, made them shiver. What is this person going to do to us? He stared at the bag of food, then reach out and grab it. What do you want to do? The farmer at the bag of food. You can't steal my food. This is what we get. What did you steal from my house today? Convenient people to tug back and forth. The horseman tugged at the bag of food. Make it explode. Tattered bags of food poured out. The rider turned his head and walked away. The farmer sees his food, pouring it all on the ground. He was so sorry. My food. The family has no food to eat. He was screaming and chasing the rider. Pay for my food. Chasing the horseman. The farmer touched his shoe. He looked at him, angry for an hour. Then he drew his sword and slashed a sharp blow at the farmer. The farmer went with him. It's terrifying to see the scene in front of you. His whole body trembled. Dare to cry out a weak cry for help. Rescue. A cry for help came out of the farmer's throat. He was gagged. The space becomes dark. Silence no longer any cry for help, or even a moan. I told you not to cause trouble. I want to mess with him and get my shoes dirty. Two strangers in hooded cloaks ride away, leaving two innocent bodies lying motionless on the road. Crows have smelled dead bodies for a long time. Get ready to enjoy the feast. The later the sky gets, the higher the moon rises. The stars are shining in the sky. At the food store, the boss is busy feasting with his longtime brothers. Girls' long legs, sexy dress up, pouring wine to invite them. There were two strangers at the table in hooded clothes. They drink together, drink together, drink. Good wine. A few more glasses. He comes here, girl. The sound of chants. The calls to invite. The sound of wine. The sound of the cup station echoing through the night, and it can last until morning. And when the sun comes back up, the crows flew away, leaving two people dead.